Welcome to the What's Our Verdict podcast. We fashion ourselves cinematic judge and jury. My name is JJ Crowder. I'm here with my co-hosts, Mattson Heiner.
Better read than dead.
And Javier Ortiz.
What is up, my nerd?
We appreciate your help growing the podcast. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons so you can stay up to date on all of our spoiler-free reviews. Go check out our website, whatsourverdict.com, where you can sign up for our newsletter to get exclusive content and updates, pick up some sweet merch, and interact with us. Question we always ask: if you ever find yourself wondering if you spend the time, money, or both on a movie, to help with this question, each week we put a movie on trial, discuss the facts, pass judgment, and let you know our verdict. Today we're reviewing Sing 2. It was released December 22nd, 2021. It was written and directed by Garth Jennings. It stars Matthew McConaughey, Reese Witherspoon, Scarlett Johansson, Tori Kelly, Taron Egerton, Nick Kroll, Bobby Cannavale, Halsey, Letitia Wright, and Bono. Buster Moon and his friends persuade reclusive rock star Clay Calloway to join them for the opening of a new show. This is our spoiler-free review. We'll rate each movie on a 3-tiered scale. Worth it, meaning you should find a way to watch this movie as soon as possible. Stream it, meaning wait until you can watch it for free. And finally, not impressed, meaning you shouldn't watch this movie at all. You can listen to our deep dive review on this movie on Monday, January 17th. So with that, let's do a spoiler-free. Javier, why don't you kick us off on Sing 2, buddy?
Okay. So this isn't my typical movie that I watch. So I'm a little lost on the rating aspect of it. I will say some of the voice acting is a little lackluster. I'm not looking at anyone in particular, Scarlett Johansson and Reese Witherspoon, but it sticks to what the original movie was, like singing popular songs and in a theater aspect. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a stream it because it's not as good as the first one. So if you're gonna watch a Sing movie, just watch the first one. And also, I was kind of rooting for the bad guy in this. So
of course you were.
Look,
What?
what do you mean? What?
It's a kid's movie.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. The bad guy, like in my opinion, was more the victim in this movie. You know. So.
Cannot wait to hear this in the detail.
classic Javier. Always find
So
ways.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't feel like the good guys really won in this movie. In my opinion, it's more of a broken movie. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give it a stream it. It was fun. It was
Nice.
cute.
Sounds good. All right, Mattson.
Yeah, I am definitely giving a shoot. I have to ask again. What's the top rating?
Worth it.
Worth it. I haven't given a worth it out in a while. I think this
Yeah.
movie's worth it. I went and saw this with a bunch of my nieces and nephews. I really loved the first movie. I was looking forward to watching this movie. Sing was just a different spin on a kid's movie. I love that they interjected popular music and
What?
selected animals that they felt fit the vibe of that music, like the Badonkadonk bunnies and what would an ape sing, like what would a shy elephant sing, all that. Loved it. And so Sing 2, I was worried, like all sequels, it wasn't going to be very good. But to me, I think it was a continuation of the first one. To Javier's point, was it as good as the first one? It's hard to say, but I ended up really enjoying it. I thought
I
it
think
was
it's pretty
so
easy to say.
refreshing,
No, it wasn't.
fun. I'm really curious to see what critiques you have about this one compared
I'll
to
tell
the
you
first
right now.
one.
The first one was like a real struggle of like overcoming self-doubt and self-consciousness, and there were like real world
Mhm.
problems that people can realistically overcome, right? And this one, there's a homicidal maniac trying to kill you. It's like not even close to the same type of relatable story.
Sure. So from an adult perspective, I think that's a good look at it from the story and analyze it correctly. I don't think I have a lot to say there, but from a kid's audience and those that are watching it, they were very entertained. They were laughing a lot. I thought the music was refreshing. And I just like to see the continuation of that story. And they tried to make it a little heartfelt at the end with the Clay, with whatever the rock star.
Bono. Bono's back.
Bono. Yeah, who's Bono. So it's just a long way of saying I enjoyed it. I thought it was a sequel. While it didn't elevate the brand to new heights, it was a continuation of kind of the same with more of an outlandish storyline, as Javier pointed out. I liked it. I was enjoyed. I was entertained, and it fit what I was going to see the movie for.
Nice. I have a different perspective because I'll be honest, I never saw the first one. I still haven't seen the first one. So I went
First
into this
one's
movie.
cute.
I went into this movie completely blind. Like Casey and I went and saw it, and she'd seen the first one with her niece forever when it first came out and all that. And I just wasn't available to go with them. I normally do, but I wasn't that time. So I hadn't seen it. So I didn't know what I was getting into. Just an animated film with some songs. Obviously, you can tell there was some singing, things like that. But I didn't know what I was getting into. And I'll be honest, I had a good time. I laughed. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. It was really fun for me not knowing like these characters. And to be honest, I didn't know anything going into it, like who it was that was playing most of these characters. So it was really funny to like.
Oh, it's Matthew McConaughey at his best.
Well, so
For sure.
seriously, I was laughing so hard because when they first introduced this dude, I was like, that's fucking Matthew McConaughey. And I was like, wait, what? Because I had no idea who was in this movie. So it really, for me, became like this activity. And could I figure out who it was based on their voice? And I got most of them, I won't lie. And it was really fun. But I really had a good time with this movie. Like I said, I had a lot of laughs and really enjoyed the funny story and the over the top comedy, the really weird, interesting things that they did with some of like the real time fears, like the scared of heights, things like that. So yeah, I mean, it was really interesting. So I'm going to give it a worth it as well. I think it was fun to watch. Yeah, I really enjoyed it as much as I'm enjoying watching Javier eat on YouTube. It's fun.
Javier's like, he's like Brad Pitt in all the Ocean's movies. Yeah, every scene we see him in, always eating something.
I'm hungry.
Or I'll really offend him and say he's like Robert Downey Jr. in all the Marvel movies. He's always eating.
Dude, Robert Downey Jr. just copied Brad Pitt. So
there you go. Yeah, so there it is. A couple of worth it's and a stream it for Sing 2, spoiler free. Join us for our deep dive again. That'll be available on the 17th of January. Should be interesting. Can't wait to hear what Javier has to say about this villain because I'm looking forward to it.
Villain. Who's the real villain in this movie? I can't wait
to hear what we're gonna break down and talk about with this movie because this is. When's the last time we've done like a solid kind of kids oriented animated?
Scoob. Yeah, I think it might have been Scoob.
It's been a while since we did this. I'm sure our audience when it's be like they reviewed Sing 2. Like what?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done an animated one. I think it was Scoob. So
I will say when the Buzz Lightyear movie comes out, we're definitely doing that one, which I think I'll hate it. But
dude, if Emperor Zurg isn't in this movie, I'm gonna write an aggressive letter.
Like he is.
I'd be shocked if he was.
I'll say this now: going to the movies so much, I've seen 7 movies in the past 5 weeks. I loved previews before. Now I'm like, I'm starting to show up a little later to movies because I've seen all the same previews.
Yeah, it does get a little old. It does. No, we did Soul and we did Raya and the Last Dragon. Raya and the Last Dragon was the last one we did.
Oh, I like that one.
I didn't do that one.
Yeah,
I'll say this for our audience, just throwing it in there. I saw the 355 last night. Are we reviewing that? Are you guys reviewing that? Oh, I'm not going to. Okay.
Well, yeah, you won't be there for that one. So,
well,
but that's on the list.
Okay.
Because the list is shrinking because of COVID again. So they're moving movies around again. So we'll see. We may end up with some shitty Netflix movies again before it's all said and done with.
We may just have to hang it up after 2 years and retire.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, boys. Yeah. Matt, so tell them where they can find us.
Well, as you're going through this other variant of COVID and you need something to listen to, Javier's incessant banter, his weird points, his
incessant
just
or weird,
just great analysis across the board, or
analysis. I do it.
Or Father JJ, the MC of our great podcast, or even myself, the sporadic in and out co-host, but more in of late. And ironically enough, Ian, our quiet mouse, turned into a lion who's not here today. Check us out.
Oh, is he not here today?
whatsoververdict.com.
Didn't notice.
Oh,
Love you.
and we love you. But if you all want to listen to us, check us out wherever good podcasts can be found. What's Our Verdict? Check us out on social media. Again, check us out our spoiler reviews here right on YouTube. But we appreciate you all listening with us into the new year. Stay safe. Keep listening.
Yeah. Thanks, Mattson. Cool. With that, as always, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye now.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!